Coming this morning, my name is Reverend Rob Stevens. I'm the National Political Director for Repairs of the Breach. And we're here today to say that 2 years and 1 month is 2 years and 1 month too long, waiting for Dontae Sharpe to get his pardon. We were inspired by Reverend Spearman and Ms. Powell coming out yesterday to do this vigil, moved by the spirit of justice and love. And we're going to hear first from Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman, President of North Carolina NAACP. Then we'll hear from Ms. Diana Powell, with Justice Serve North Carolina, NC, and then we'll hear from Dennis Gaddy with Second Chance Alliance, and then closing will be Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, President and Senior Lecturer at Repairs of the Breach. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Rob. We want to thank all of you from the media who have come to hear what we have to say today and to share that with our constituents all across North Carolina and probably other parts of the world. We are on the second day of a vigil that began yesterday, and it was born out of a long, enduring struggle. There have been many conversations, many strategies, but Tuesday night, or the early morning hours of Tuesday going into Wednesday, it was much like the Spirit of the Lord spoke forth and said the fullness of time has come regarding Dontae Sharpe. And that Spirit would not let me go, so early Wednesday morning, yesterday morning, I got into my car and pressed my way here to Raleigh, North Carolina, to begin conducting a vigil on behalf of Dontae Sharpe and seeking a pardon for him and Glenn Edward Chapman, whose pardon has rested on the desk of the governors since the time of Beverly Perdue. That is deplorable. In addition to that, having watched some of the images that have been present on the news media for the past couple of days regarding the migrant workers, the Haitian workers down at the border, and watching those border police wreak havoc on those human beings, when I woke up that morning, the Spirit said to me, you don't have to go to the border to see that kind of havoc being wrought. It's happening right in your midst, here in the state of North Carolina, and more specifically in the Department of Public Safety. And we have come to say we will tolerate it no more. We're calling for a thorough and full investigation of the Department of Public Safety, and we're calling for the pardon of Dontae Sharpe immediately. I must say to you all that after last night, I received a call this morning, just before this press conference, from the newly appointed General Counsel of the Governor, who came out and sat with me yesterday, trying to convince me to end my vigil and go home. To which I told him I'm not going to do that. I had planned to stand inside, go inside the building, and when they closed, I was going to refuse to leave. But I thought that wouldn't do me much good, but put me in jail. And I wanted the freedom of movement. So I took my seat out here and told them I was going to stay here for the rest of the night. And that was what brought the General Counsel out here to try to also convince me to leave. And I told him I wasn't leaving, and he told the state police to leave me alone. And so tonight, I'm going to continue here because on that call, they said to us, or said to me, that Dontae, we can be rest assured that he's going to be pardoned by the end of the year. But we are not satisfied with that. We want Dontae to be pardoned now. We don't want he Dontae did not go to prison with a bunch of people. So why should he be batched with a bunch of people to be pardoned? He did his time by himself, on his own, an innocent man, and we want to see him pardoned now. So this vigil will continue until Dontae is pardoned. We're not going to wait. We can't afford to wait till the end of the year. They know exactly what they would know at the end of the year. They know it now.
That's right.
They don't need any more time to pronounce Dontae as being pardoned. And so, and to bring Chapman, Glenn Edward Chapman, back to the table. So I'm grateful for these persons behind me. Miss Diana Powell was with me all night last night, the executive director of the Justice Served North Carolina. And all of these other coalition partners, we have worked together so very closely. We're glad that the Lord allowed Dr. Barber to have the time to be with us today, to bring more attention to this matter. We are one like mind, and we say to the state of North Carolina, you don't need to batch Dontae Sharpe for whatever reasons that are behind your batching Dontae. I think they are probably more political than anything else. We demand Dontae Sharpe's pardon now. Now. We've been working on this for too long, and it matters to a whole lot of people. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Powell. Diana Powell is going to come now and share with you.
Thank you, Dr. Spearman. Thank you all for being here this morning. When I got the call from Dennis Gaddy that Reverend Spearman was down here standing in solidarity and protesting for the pardon of Dontae Sharpe, it was no thoughts. I didn't have to run off in a corner and pray to see that I need to be there. It hit my spirit immediately. I had one foot in the car and one foot out, getting ready to get out, but I put the other foot in, hit the gas pedal, and headed here. When I got here and saw my brother sitting there alone, I said, oh, brother, you're not alone. Oh, there's some wind beneath your wings, and we will stand together. Amen. Because it just cannot be a moment. It is a movement. I was in Greenville when Dontae was exonerated. And 2 years later, this young man have not been pardoned, knowing that our governor, Roy Cooper, has the power to do that, and talking about 90 days from here? No. Roy Cooper, you can do it now. If you can do it in 90 days, you can do it now. And as long as Reverend Spearman is standing here, I will stand with him. And I will call the rest of the community to come and stand with us. Because it cannot be just for a moment. And you talking about Department of Public Safety. I used to work in Department of Public Safety. I know what goes on inside that prison system. It is a corrupt system. Everybody sitting in prison is not guilty. I know that for a fact. And I know that North Carolina is a plea deal state. As I advocate for so many sitting in the Wake County Courthouse, people are forced to take a plea deal. That is unfair, and it is not right. And someone needs to stand up and sound the alarm, and we are sounding the alarm today.
Right. That's right.
This day, and the many days to come. Thank you. And now I pass it to my mentor, Dennis Gaddy.
All right.
Good morning. Dennis Gaddy here. And after that, and after Dr. Spearman, I would say church is out. But I stand here thanking Dr. Spearman for answering the call to come and to remind the governor. I always use the word reminder of something that you already know, but somebody needs to remind you of it. Yes. It was a reminder session. This is what this vigil is. It's a reminder session to let the governor know that he needs to free Dontae Sharpe. I represent the Second Chance Alliance as well as Community Success Initiative as well as the NAACP. And my work primarily works with people around second chances. As a matter of fact, that's our theme. I'm for second chances. I'm a second chance.
That's right.
But today, I want to change that just a little bit. Because Brother Sharpe, he never got a first chance.
That's right.
So I'm for first chances today.
That's right.
I'm for first chances today. So I got to thinking about that. And then I got to thinking about, I got 26 reasons why Dontae needs to be pardoned. And each one of those reasons represent every year
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that he was incarcerated for something he didn't even do.
That's right.
So I'm here today to remind the governor and his council and his team to free Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae
Free
Sharpe.
Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
Free Dontae Sharpe.
We are announcing today that we will be calling all people of conscience to a vigil, a Freedom Friday vigil, tomorrow at 4:30 outside the governor's mansion. We invite you to join us to stand in solidarity with Dontae Sharpe and all those who deserve a pardon right now, and all those who are being killed by the system on the inside and the outside of the Department of Public Safety and our criminal justice system at large. So we are inviting all of you to the governor's mansion for a Freedom Friday vigil at 4:30, and we hope you'll come out for a social distance, and we'll be masked up for this vigil tomorrow evening. Now we'll hear from Reverend Barber.
Let me thank all of the people. And I first want to start with Dontae's mother and Dontae's aunt before any of us were involved, who carried on the vigil for 26 years. Let's start there.
Yeah.
There's a context we have to, because none of this is about what one individual of us have done. Me, Powell, Spearman, they had a 26-year vigil. And somebody go on your phone and type in 26 times 365. That's the reason I want you to do that. 26 times 365. Secondly, I want to say that to understand the urgency of now, it's important that we understand that today represents 4 years, 1 month, and 2 days since we first brought this issue. In some ways, let me make sure my numbers are right, because when Roy Cooper was the Attorney General, we brought this issue before the Attorney General. And Dontae could have been pardoned then. All the facts were known. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the governor has been a governor how long? 4 years and almost 4 years. Almost 4 years. And we brought the case before him when he was Attorney General, and McCory 2 years before that. That's 6 years. Somebody do that. 6 years times 365. 6 years times 365. I'm going to ask you for those numbers in a minute, because I want the media to get this. Hold on to it. That's 2,190 days. 2,190 days since I remember when I was president then, walked into the office after having visited Dontae, after having met with his lawyers, after having reviewed the case, and knew that he was innocent. Now then we were told, well, I don't have the power because I'm not governor. Then you become governor. And since being governor, now it's been over 4 years. And in that period of time, Dontae has received from the judicial system a clearance.
That's right.
And then Dontae stayed in prison for 26 years. 26 years. 26 years, 365 times 26. Somebody had that, put that down. That's 9,000, what? 490 days. Since the judge said he was innocent, that he didn't commit the crime, that basically he was framed, you got to add 365 twice to that. What's that? I'm working because I want to take my time with the meeting. No, I want you to actually do the number. That's 9,000. What? 9,490 plus 365. What's that? I want you to get the ugliness of this, man. Huh?
Plus 1 is 9,855.
9,855, that's 1 year. Give me another year.
10,220.
10,220 plus 30.
Plus
10,250 plus 2. 10,252 days. Now watch this. Times 24. I want y'all to report this meeting. Times 24. Times 24 is 246,048 hours. You buried this man for 26 years.
Yes, they did.
You buried this man for 26 years.
Yes, they did.
You found out he was buried alive and innocent in the jail. And then after that, it's been 2 years since the court has ruled, and the court also basically, when they did their ruling, means the killer is still out there.
That's right.
If he's not dead somewhere, we don't know. And so for over 10,252 days, over 200,000 hours, the system has buried or attempted to bury an innocent man. And you want to say, wait?
The system, that's right.
Now, I would contend that the Spirit spoke to Dr. Spearman the other morning, but the Spirit also spoke to us a few weeks ago because we told the governor's office when we delivered those petitions that if they did not move on this late justice,
Come on now.
this denied justice, that at some point, without any pre-advance notice,
That's right. That's right.
there was going to be a vigil.
We were coming. That's right.
And that's been how long ago when he talked? That's been since July. So here it is.
That's it.
And we said the Spirit of the Lord would tell one or two of us, and then that would lead to call the rest. So we're calling on the justice community.
Yes, sir.
Join us tomorrow starting at 4:30
Yes, sir.
right here. This has been a long vigil,
Come on now.
but now we need victory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's been a long vigil.
Yes, sir.
They let the state let him stay in there till his aunt died, who went to visit him almost every chance she could, and then didn't let him come out to visit her, said he was a threat. What are they doing, waiting on his mama?
have mercy.
to lead to, but God's got her. This is another form of killing, just like shooting somebody innocently. But the difference is, this is death by incarceration. The man, you keep me in for how many days? Give me that 26, give me that day, 26. 10,250 days. And then a judge rules that I should have never been put in, and all you do is say bye?
Mercy.
You don't give me a... The man can't go anywhere, the record's still following him. State hadn't paid a damn cent.
Lord have mercy.
You keep me in a form of modern day slavery,
Yes, sir.
and then
Yes, sir.
you just say bye,
That's it.
and we're supposed to be okay with that, and then you come back and say, wait another 90 days? Because you want to batch him up, because you scared that if you free an innocent black man, you're going to get political backlash.
That's it.
You so scared of Republicans that
That's
you
it.
can't stand for the truth when it comes to a black man.
That's it.
You look at the white folks' pardons in this state. They get innocent, they get out, they get a pardon.
Yes,
and it ain't
sir.
long either.
Yes, sir.
But a black innocent man can't get a pardon because you worried that you can't stand up to Republicans that'll say you eat soft on crime, even when it's an innocent black man. And when you do that, you're saying black life don't matter, even when you're innocent.
That's right. That's right. But they matter. They matter.
So I told Dr. Spearman when he was coming down here yesterday, I said I was with my 88-year-old mother dealing with some fragility issues, and I couldn't come. But as soon as we get her settled today, we'll be right here tomorrow, and we call on the community to join. And Governor Cooper, that sometimes you got to forget what these posters and these folk in your office are telling you and do what's right. Dontae did not kill anybody, but you're killing him.
Yes, sir.
And you've been killing him softly slowly with injustice. It's time to take the grave clothes off this man
Yes, sir.
and set him free for the rest of life. You can't even give him back what you stole,
Never.
but you at least start to give him his pardon and his freedom tomorrow morning. No, this evening. Because you already said you're going to do it anyway. What you mean you're going to do it, but you got to put it to batch it together? Yes, we're telling it because we're tired of having backdoor conversations and staying quiet because y'all don't play fair.
Yeah.
We go with you, you meet with us in the back room, you say all this stuff, but then it changes
Yeah. Yeah.
when you get before the public or you get before another crowd.
Yeah. And they've never had any communication with Dontae.
And the same is with Brother Chapman.
Yeah.
We've seen far too many. Media, check the record of how many black men over the last 15 years have been exonerated from this judicial system in North Carolina who were either on death row or in prison for life. That number is worse than whatever shameful is. And so, free the man. Get a man his pardon.
Give him his pardon. That's right.
We're not going anywhere.
That's right.
20-some plus years, almost 30 years of wrongful incarceration and delays is sinful, unjust, and ungodly.
Amen.
And anybody, I will say what Rabbi Heschel said, in this system that is not giving this man and others their pardons, their right to deserve for the injustice of this system, Like Rabbi Heschel said to John F. Kennedy, you forfeit the right to even claim you worship God.
Come on now.
If you don't set the captives free.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
It's good.
Yes, sir.
Good right there.
As was stated earlier, the Friday Vigil for Freedom will take place tomorrow afternoon, and we will be over at the governor's mansion. That's where we will begin at 4:30. At this time, we're going to ask if the media has any questions of any of us.
What have the conversations been like over the years with the governor's office? Have they given you any sort of context or reason why it's taken so long? Any sort of specifics? And what was the conversation specifically today about it'll be granted by the end of the year?
First of all, the first part of your question, dealing with the time constraints of the meetings that we've had and how they've gone, they haven't gone well. I don't think we would be here now if they had gone well. And the nature of the conversation this morning, after the General Counsel met with me yesterday, and let me put this in context. The present General Counsel that we're talking to has only been on the job for 6 weeks. So he basically had no historical knowledge about Glenn Edward Chapman. And I did a lot of informing of him yesterday, as well as some of the other things with regard to Dontae. But he said to me that Dontae was on a priority on his list. And I have no reason to not believe him. But he does not know how long we've been enduring this struggle. And I made sure that he became aware of that yesterday. So the conversation, I think, was I think they were coming to us in good faith. But I told them when they said that it would be by the end of the year, because the pattern is, of course, that when they talk about the end of the year, they're talking about December 31st and not any time before that. That's more than 90 days away. And so I pushed back and I said, I have to talk to my allies about that, but I don't think that we're going to be accepting of the end of the year. This has been happening for too long.
Let me say a word about pattern and practices. That's how we have to judge it. It took 40-some years for them to finally pardon the Wilmington 10.
That's it. That's it.
And they knew they were innocent. Governor after governor, Democrat and Republican, passed the book. It wasn't until we found the actual notes of the DA, somebody found them in an attic, showing that the DA had actually noted in his note who was a Ku Klux Klaner and who was not, and who should stay on. Now, when we first talked to the governor when he was AG, he sat with his mama and said, I understand your pain. But I can't do it because I'm the AG. But then he became governor. And we are asking him to do something without the courts already having done it.
That's right.
See, what should have happened, the courts said he was exonerated, that he wasn't guilty, shouldn't have been, and he just got his pardon in that day. The courts.
That's it.
So what you must be saying in the governor's office is you don't believe the courts.
That's right.
That the courts are wrong. Now, we were told if you could get a court order, we could move. Well, you got a court order. So the pattern and practice, we can't afford to believe anything, because I've talked to the chief of staff time and time again. So has the president. We said, look now, this is going too far. The British Broadcasting Company has done a worldwide documentary. Here we are still dragging our feet. Why are we dragging our feet? Dontae's out here trying to be a good citizen.
That's right.
He's not begging. He's standing strong, standing tall as a black man. And then we have the other side of this. We've seen the pain that ends up happening to a lot of these brothers when they get out. They end up going into depression, like Darrell Honey committed suicide. We believe it had a lot to do with how the system ran him through the ringer, knowing he was innocent. One minute he's in, next minute he's out. This is psychological trauma.
That's right.
This is like abuse. You know, you're abusing somebody. You know, and that's so we don't have any reason to keep saying wait, because see what wait means is you tell him to wait, then he breaks the vigil, we break the vigil, then you come back and say, oh, there was another glimpse, or the politics change. See, a lot of this we are on is just pure politics.
That's it.
You know, pure politics. The state doesn't want to admit by pardon that she was wrong and have to pay. They just want the man to be out, but no pardon. And we've seen too much of that. So we can't say yes to that. As you said, this man is new. They have known, and this is important to media to know, you're not talking about something where we came yesterday and they didn't do it and we're doing a vigil today.
Exactly.
People have been overly patient. Too daggone patient, maybe, you know how my confession is. Because Dontae is the one suffering. Dontae and his family is the one that's suffering. So we ask you to ask the governor's office, is it that you all don't believe what the judge said? But we've not been told any of that. What we get told is, oh, we feel your pain. We're trying. And I'm going to be quite honest. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm going to say it. You blame this on me. I'm tired of Democrats always saying wait. And I watch Republicans. They'll pardon Ollie North, and he got people killed and sold on weapons. And Republicans just do it and don't care. And they don't even have the evidence of being innocent. You can be guilty for some of them if they get power, but Democrats always want to play games with black folks' lives and poor folks' lives. And we're tired of it. We're tired of it. We're tired of it.
Any other questions? Hearing none.
One thing you should also ask media, if Dontae is an innocent man, that the judge said, this man is not a murderer, and remember what the judge said. The judge didn't say, I need to take a week and review this. Am I right, Spirit? You were there. He said, get this man out of here right now, today. When he heard the testimony, he did not do what judges sometimes do and say, I need to take this under advisement. He said now. And the DA said, I'm not going to. So if Dontae is walking around here with the judge having said he didn't do the crime, here's the other question. Why hasn't the governor and his folks sat down with Dontae? Why are you treating him like a criminal?
That's it, right there.
Why are you treating him like a criminal?
That's it, him and his family.
You should be sitting with him and his family and his mama and begging the pardon and the sorrow of the whole, because this was done in my name. That's the reason why Dr. Spearman and me and Ms. Powell, and see, you didn't do this in your name. You did this in our name. It was the state of North Carolina.
That's right.
You used the power the people gave you to imprison and incarcerate an innocent man.
That's right.
Why can't you talk to him as a man? He's free. He's not a criminal. But when you don't talk to him, you making him walk around and treating him like where the judge might be wrong. Maybe he really is a criminal. It's sickening. How many days has it been? How many days? 10 what? 10,000?
10,252.
And how many hours? 250,000 plus hours. 14 million minutes.
Too many.
Too many. Too long.
Too many. All right. Thank you so much for coming.
See you tomorrow at 4:30.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 4:30, Governor's Mansion.
Got it. Thank you.
We know it's a whole lot.
Hey, Hey Martha, how you doing?